Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. My name is Ahmad Sufiman Azhar bin Abdullah. My number metric is 0280F2062. Today I will present about money and banking with my friends. Definition of money. Before the evaluation of money, barter trade was practiced. Okay. Sebelum adanya sistem duit ni, and orang dulu ni dia dah amalkan dah sistem barter ni. Sistem barter ni macam sistem penukaran barang. Barter refers to the direct exchange of goods and services for other goods and services. Sini macam kita nak dapatkan suatu barang, macam contohlah dia bagi kat sini, dia ada nasi tapi dia nak ayam, dia kena tukar nasi tu kepada ayam. Nak buat sistem barter ni, dia kena cari orang yang perlukan nasi. Maksudnya dia kena cari orang tu ada ayam tapi dia perlukan nasi. Barulah sistem barter ni boleh dijalankan lah. It requires the double coincidence of funds for this trade to take place. Okay. The evolution of money starts from commodity money to metallic money, paper money, bank money and plastic money. Okay. Duit ni ada beberapa jenis lah. Yang pertama metallic money ni, metallic money macam duit dalam bentuk besi lah. Macam emas, besi. Kalau paper money ni duit kertas lah, duit yang dibuat daripada kertas. Kalau bank money ni, dia guna cek, dia bentuk cek. Kalau paper money ni, paper money pula, plastic money ni, maksudnya plastic money ni kad debit ataupun kad kredit. Okay. Money is any commodity that is generally acceptable as a payment for goods and service. Okay. Duit ni maksudnya boleh diterima lah untuk membuat sebarang penukaran untuk dapatkan barang tu lah. Jadinya duit ni dia macam tukarkan menjadi barang, macam beli. Okay. And therefore money is defined as anything that acts as a medium of exchange. Duit ni juga jadi macam medium ni macam perantaraan lah untuk kita dapatkan barang tu. This definition of money underlies one of the most functions of money. Jadi fungsi duit ni, fungsi duit yang paling utama lah, paling tepat ialah tu lah, duit ni jadi tempat untuk menukar barang. I will pass the presentation to Khairul Anam. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Muhammad Khairul Anam bin Azman dan nombor matrik saya 02-20F2032. Okey, saya akan sambung pembentangan grup saya, iaitu the functions of money atau dalam bahasa Melayu adalah fungsi duit. Okey, money is a key instrument in any monetary economy in that it perform 4 specific functions. Wang merupakan instrumen utama dalam mana-mana ekonomi, dalam mana-mana monetary economy, kerana ia melaksanakan 4 fungsi tertentu. These 4 functions overcome the problems of barter trade. 4 fungsi ini mengatasi masalah perdagangan tukar barang, iaitu sistem barter yang zaman dahulu digunakan untuk mendapatkan sesuatu barang yang kita inginkan dengan menukarkan barang yang kita ada kepada dia. Sebelum wujudnya sistem duit ini, orang zaman dulu menggunakan sistem barter ini. Okey, apa 4 function tersebut? Okey, yang pertama, medium of exchange, iaitu ukuran nilai perantara pertukaran. Yang kedua, measure of value of account, ukuran nilai account. Yang ketiga, store value, iaitu nilai pasaran. Dan yang keempat adalah standard of deferred payment, iaitu standard pembayaran tertunda. Okay, kita pergi satu persatu. Okay, yang pertama, medium of exchange. Any commodity that is generally accepted by people in exchange for goods and services. Medium sebagai alat pertukaran. Dalam mana-mana komoditi yang diterima umum oleh orang ramai sebagai pertukaran untuk barangan dan perkhidmatan. Contohnya kita nak beli tepung, jadi kita akan menggunakan duit mengikut nilai tepung yang dijual tu. Alright. Yang kedua adalah measure of value of account. It serves as a unit of measurement in terms of which the values of all goods and services exchanged in the economy are measured and expressed. In other words, society finds it convenient to use monetary units as a yardstick for measuring goods and services. Okay, sebagai ukur nilai akaun, ianya berfungsi sebagai unit ukuran dari segi mana nilai semua barang dan perkhidmatan yang ditukar dalam ekonomi diukur dan dinyatakan. Dalam erti kata lain, masyarakat merasa senang menggunakan unit monetary sebagai kayu pengukur untuk mengukur barangan dan perkhidmatan. Okey, seterusnya, fungsi seterusnya adalah store of value. Okay, store of value, it refers to any commodity that it can be held in order to enable people to buy and sell it at different times and different places. Money can be held reserved for future spending. Sebagai store of value, iaitu nilai pasaran. Ianya merujuk kepada mana-mana komoditi yang boleh dipegang untuk membolehkan orang ramai membeli dan menjualnya pada masa dan tempat yang berbeza. Wang boleh disimpan sebagai reserve untuk perbelanjaan masa depan, iaitu kita selalu guna sebagai tabung lah, menabung. Okey, dan yang terakhir sekali adalah standard of deferred payment, iaitu standard pembayaran tertunda. A large number of transactions relate to future contractual payments, which are stated in terms of the monetary unit money. Therefore, money serves as a unit or standard of deferred payment or a unit in terms of which all future payments are expressed. Okay, sebilangan besar urus niaga berkaitan dengan pembayaran kontrak masa depan yang dinyatakan dari segi unit monetary, iaitu duit. Oleh itu, wang berfungsi sebagai unit atau piawaian pembayaran tertunda atau unit yang mana semua pembayaran masa hadapan akan dinyatakan. Okey, sekian itu pada saya. Saya akan sambung serahkan pembentangan ini kepada kawan saya. Okey, terima kasih.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahyani. So I will continue our presentation, and the topic is characteristic of money. So the coin and paper base used as a money in society are called currency. Currency must have 6 characteristics. There is durability, portability, divisibility, uniformity, scarcity, and acceptability. Okay, we will go to the first one, durability, or be able to withstand a lot of use. Okay, meaning here money have a lot of use, like we can buy a good, or maybe we can pay a utility base, or so much uses. Okay, otherwise it must have portability or be easily carried and transferred. Okay, this so important, so we can transfer our money to bank account, maybe to our family and friends. Okay, anywhere. Okay, next is must have be divisible or easily divided into smaller units. Okay, for example, I have 10 ringgit, but I want to buy a good RM 5 ringgit, but I still can buy it Also, I will get a change for that. Okay. Next, it must have uniformity, meaning that people must be able to count and measure money accurately. Okay. This also important. So, if we are saving our money in bank account, so a bank still can calculate our money like we saving. Okay. Next, currency must exhibit scarcity, meaning it must have control supply. Okay. Finally, it must have acceptability to be accepted by all people in society. Okay. Meaning here, money we can use for all people or anywhere, because the acceptability for money is very high. Okay, I think that's all from me. I will pass this presentation to my friend Khairi.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Kaliranga bin Hadono. My number matric is 02D8020F2020. So I will continue about our presentation. I will explain about the types of money. What is type of money is various type of money have been used since the invention of money. Money today is referred to as fiat money. The word fiat is Latin in origin and means let it be done. The types of money are as follow. First, we have commodity money. Any item that has its own value and is used as a means of payment, such as tobacco, cowrie shells, cigarettes, and so on. Second, we have fiat money. Fiat money is an item that a government orders or declares as money. Fiat money is issued by the central bank of a country. Fiat money includes coins and paper money are fiat currency. Third, we have legal tender. It is mean paper money that a government approved to be accepted as means of payment and means of settling debts. Fourth, we have token money. Money which has a lower metallic value than its face value. Example, 5, 10, 20, 50 cents coin produced in Malaysia. Fifth, quasi-money or demand deposit. Money deposit into a bank account with a funds that can be withdrawn on demand at any time. 6. Digital currency is any currency, money or money-like asset that is primarily managed, stored or exchanged on digital computer systems, especially over the internet. Alright, that's all from us. Thank you.